Chili dog. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hip Player 90 here, back finally for the NR2003 ShopRite series after a little bit of a break and the NASCAR Hunger Games videos in between. But now is going to be the beginning for some of the videos now. The videos now are actually not going to be coming out as frequently. So ShopRite and other videos won't come out as frequently because I just got my first job. So, and my job usually takes up my entire morning and afternoon. So, the videos will start coming out less, but I have time to do this one. It's the Southern 500 at Darlington. Sergi Thompson leads by 100 points over defending champion Asher Byron. Eric Drews third, Tom Sloan fourth, Jerry Smith fifth. Now, I want to make a quick disclaimer here. I don't know why I did this. Gavin Grogu won last race. He actually won last race, and it says he retired. I don't know why, but whenever NR 2003 does this, it doesn't give his finish, but like it gives him the points. So he actually does have one win, and he has 6 top 5s and top 10s. So this is actually incorrect, Gavin. So you have to add one more top 5 and top 10 and his win. So just so you know that. Anyway, here are the rest of the points as we go into Darlington. As we're going to Darlington, Rob Rohde here actually has the best average finish at that track. He has an average finish of 1.75 at that track. He finished second in both races last year, and then he won the first Darlington race earlier this year. So, looking to make another sweep here. This is by far his best track. Adam Beverly, by the way, got his first D&Q last race, and I never addressed it. So, that's another thing I forgot to mention as well. And yeah, let's see how this race goes. I don't know why I said Bristol for a second. All right, Southern 500. Let's see who gets into the race. Oh, Zhangzi with the DNQ, bro. Are you kidding me, bro? This is crazy. Sonny McPalace has not made a race in a while. Colin Cropley DNQ. What the heck is this? Colin Cropley, huge DNQ. He was actually not doing that bad in points, but now he's going to lose definitely further in Rookie of the Year. Landon Weeks with his second career pole. What is this? Kerry Earnhardt fifth. And last place looks like it's going to be Kevin LePage. So Rowdy is going to be starting in the 23rd spot. So let's see if he can actually mount that charge to get the sweep here. As that record of first driver to ever sweep a track in a season has already been performed. Christopher Abel did it this year by winning both Pocono races. But still cool to see another one do that. As Jeffrey Chev in the 5, he's starting back in 25th, nearly swept Bristol. He finished runner-up last race after winning the first Bristol race. So we still have a lot of chances for that to happen. Weeks nearly won Watkins Glen, so him out in front of an oval on the pole is actually pretty impressive. Same with Kerry Earnhardt, as they've struggled to make races in these past 2 seasons. The points leader starting 10, Sergi Thompson, while Asher Byron's back in 26. So Byron needs to start getting his act together if he wants to be able to try to take back this points leading challenge for a championship again. Anyway, green flag is out for Landon Weeks as he gets a really huge jump, wanting to make the most he can from getting the pole as Jerry Smith comes up behind him. Weeks might be able to lead lap 1 here unless Smith can get around him. Smith on his back bumper, Thompson in the wall. Smith goes to the inside, immediately going to try to take the lead. And Weeks going to be out in front just for a few seconds, and he's now stuck on the outside as Kerry Earnhardt's going to move up the field. Christopher Abel moving back up to second, looking for his 5th win of 2004 and his 7th career win as Kerry Earnhardt gets to the inside of Landon Weeks. And Weeks is stuck on the outside along with Noel in the 12. Weeks in the wall there, and that's going to slow up the 12 even more. And now the 12 lost so much. The 86 lost tons of spots, but he's still up front. Hopefully can mount a charge here as Christopher Abel tries to challenge Jerry Smith for the lead. Smith will lead that lap once again, as he already got the bonus points. Byron gets to the bottom here to try to move up the field as he's out in the 30s, so he's got to move up. Oh, Eric Drew and Jeffrey Chev in the wall. That's going to give some more spots to Byron. Drew sitting top 5 in points, doesn't need that. We got James Meteor coming in the pit. Unscheduled pit stop from the 41 coming in, and same with Kerry Earnhardt. Oh no, Kerry. No, you were doing so well for 3 laps. Weeks continuing to stay on the outside now. He's continuing to shuffle back toward the back, and Eric Drew having a miserable beginning now. Jeffrey Chev now coming in. What's with all these unscheduled stops? That's 3. 3 unscheduled stops. Doesn't need a caution at this point. Oh, Rob Brody side by side with JoJo. That is for around 20th, and Cameron Regal was in the wall. That slowed up to 16, and the 40s now slowed up the entire back. Frable has taken the lead. Johnny Sauter behind him, and he's going to go to the inside to try to take the lead here. As some of those cars that made unscheduled stops are now going back out on track. Chris Frable was in the wall there. James Meteor coming back out. And he's going to halt the 12 Noel here and force him on the high side. And here comes Pep Drew. They try to come back with it. As Drew gained tons of positions. Oh, we got more unscheduled stops. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the unscheduled stops. A ridiculous amount of cars in pit road on lap 7. I don't know what's happening. Sergey Thompson running comfortably in the top 10, trying to extend that points lead even more. Jeffrey Chev just forces Jerry Drive all the way up the track here. And where's Asher Byron at? Byron's still running 24th. Maybe he's just holding his tires and stuff, because he's got to move up to contend for the championship. Johnny Sauter holding the lead here as Jerry Smith is behind him, trying to reel him back in. Fastest lap of the race is Sergey Thompson, running in the 7th spot. Excuse me. His top 3 have sort of run away. Got Jetmean, Jimmy Reed, and Kyle Revingston trying to chase him down here. Got a couple other cars here. Weeks fell all the way back down to 16th in just 9 laps. That's not that good. Byron moving up slowly but surely as he just gets around Donald Wilson. He's coming off a great race at Michigan. But Byron in need of more spots to try to catch up to Thompson here. He's trying to move up. Tom Sloan, who's also in the top 5 in points, did one of those. He did an unscheduled stop. He's down a lap down in 38. 2 laps down now. So I don't know what they're doing. Pep Drew side by side with Noel there. That is for the 8th spot. And he was able to get that cleanly. Sergey Thompson closing in on those cars that have reeled in the leaders here. So the top 7 now have kind of run away from the field. Kyle Revingston's struggling to make races, but he has potential of winning. He won the preseason 25 in the beginning of the year and has had really great runs. He just got to start qualifying better. I think he's sitting like 36th in points. No, it's not 36, more like 32nd or something like that. But he's not had a terrible season. I mean, a lot of the rookies you can say have had terrible years except Kelvin Bronze and Sergey Thompson. But everyone else kind of got their act together. In the beginning of the year, the beginning of the year, they were all garbage, like practically, except Thompson and Bronze. Then Sauter got that win, and then everyone else started to kind of get into their rhythm. Chris Frable trying to get around Jerry Smith here for the 2nd spot here. At 48 tries to reel in the 18, but I don't think he's gaining anything. He gained a 10th there. Smith got a big push and now is coming out to 30. Jerry Smith, oh, there's a caution out on track. Never mind. Caution is out. It was Josh Turner, maybe? Somebody spun out. Looks like it was Adam Beverly in the 45. And Landon Weeks comes up and hits the wall. The 45 hits him for some reason. And the round went to 45 here. Coming off a DNQ, needed a good run to try to come back in the Rookie of the Year, but that's going to cost him as Reese Brown's decided to do that. What are you doing? Trying to Hail Melon it. Now let's see. I don't think what those guys that did those unscheduled stops wanted. I think they wanted a green flag stop because there were a decent amount of cars that actually did that strategy. I think around 6 of them. So that's definitely not good, especially for Tom Sloan, who's high up in the standings. Chev is like 14th or so he's also up there. But we still got like 60 laps left, so anything can happen. Especially with lappers, and we know what happens with lappers at Darlington. We all remember Logan Revler last year, just passed Eric Drew on the last lap on the inside, and he lost all that time to Rody. Let's see who comes out first. We got cars already coming out. 2 tires, it looks like. Johnny Sauter's going to beat everyone off. And yep, he will. Jet Meme gets second. Smith and Christopher Abel losing tons of positions here. There goes Smith. And Christopher Abel is going to lose even more. I think the one that had the worst outing was probably Rutherford. He just decided not to move. It looks like JoJo in the 10 goes out with an engine problem, so he will be finishing 42nd. There goes Weeks, and Cameron Regal was the last one in this stall, so the rest of them come out. Kevin LePage, Eric Drew, Luke Anderson, Reese Brown, and Cameron Regal. That leader. Here comes everyone else. They're going to come in the pit, so now nobody's going to really have any advantage. It's going to be kind of strange. I don't know what Jet Meme was doing there, but I think he was like debating whether to pit again. Lap 17, we're going green. Okay, we're going green. We have a decent amount of lappers. We have 6 lap cars on the bottom. Only Josh Turner seems to have damage. I don't know why. Kerry Earnhardt is the only one lap down. Everyone else in that group is 2 laps down. Johnny Sauter leads. Green flag is out. Oh my gosh, the 42 slow. The 01 didn't get a jump, and only the top 2 are going to be out in front. As Jet Meme tries to get around Sauter. Lapper's going to make racing difficult, especially for those guys in the front. Sergi Thompson moved to the inside. Tom Sloan wants to get at least 1 lap back. He's going to try to get around Shelby Howard to try to get back over to the front. As Jet Meme takes the lead, and he will get 5 bonus points if he leads this lap. Asara with a huge run and will prevent those 5 bonus points. Tom Sloan gets around Josh Turner, and he's trying to reel in Sauter as he gets him, as Sauter looks like he checked up, and Jet Meme now is gone. Sauter loses that second spot. We got Jerry Smith in the wall here. All these guys trying to get to the inside and gain as many spots as possible here. Jet Meme gets those bonus points for leading that lap. And now Tom Sloan's running 37th now, trying to get one of his laps back, but Sauter just sends it on him. Forces the 4 to check up. Now he's got all these guys behind him. All the lappers, actually. Except Turner, who's still holding up the field. Jimmy Reed and Pep Drew losing tons of time. Here comes Asher Byron now moving up here as he was able to get around a few cars. Turner really separated everybody. Sauter versus Meme as Kerry Earnhardt's able to get around the 27 of Shelby Howard. And now he wants to keep going. Kerry Earnhardt was a rookie last year. He finished 43rd in the standings. He only qualified for 16 races. He got 1 pole in the season finale, and I think he got 1 top 10 in the Coke 600. I think this is his 8th race that he's made this year. I'm not sure. So it's definitely a regression compared to last year, but he might be gone after this year. Who knows? Chev goes to the inside of him. And there goes Johnny Sauter to take the lead as Jet Meme's in the wall. Josh Turner holding up Jerry Smith, and Smith gets passed by Byron, who's now, I believe, in the top 20 with that pass. Sergi Thompson is right now 10th, so he is gaining on I mean, not gaining points, but gaining positions on that 21 machine. Everybody else in the top five not seeming to do as well. And Byron is now up into the 20th spot, so see if you can catch him. Rob Rhodey slowly but surely is moving up already into the 13th spot, trying to make the average finish 1.5. If he wins, he'll make it 1.5. Right now it's 1.75. His finishes here are second, first. Last race winner, Gavin Grogu now. He's in third. Got Fred and Ford looking for his second win of the year and career win as Meme hit the wall and he's going to lose every single spot. Tom Sloan now and Jeffrey Chever trying to reel in that 30 car of Johnny Sauter. The only one here with multiple wins in this group is in multiple wins this season is all the way in 10th, Sergey Thompson. Multiple wins in career, well, that's Grogu. He's got a second win last race. Fred has 2 wins. Jetmeme has 2 wins. Art has 2 wins. Noel has 3 wins, but they all came last year. He's still winless this year. He's got Harris Wales coming in here. He's an underdog, even though he's top 20 in points. Rarely shows up. He's one of those guys that you kind of don't see. He had a terrible beginning of the year, but now he's kind of been a little quiet, getting occasional good runs here and then. He finished 14th in points last year. He didn't make the Daytona 500. He wasn't even in the roster. On the roster is Jeffrey Chev now trying to reel in Johnny Sauter to get one of his laps back at least. And then he'll need a caution to at least have a chance to come back. Sauter is kind of he's a second ahead of Gavin Grogu right now, and 2 seconds ahead of third place. As the fastest lap is Johnny Sauter. He's the only one in 26s. Probably broke the track record. I don't really want to bother to check though. Harry Smith all the way back to 28th. He was running top 5 before. Byron still top 20. Gonna try to get a pass on Eric Drew here for 18th, but the 27 with a huge, not 27, the 97 with a huge block as they get around the 27. And 29 of ORT Racing also is holding them up. James Carson at one of his best oval tracks. For some reason, this is actually one of his best oval tracks. He's running 16th right now. Not too bad. Ricardo Vega going to the inside. He's had a really strong few runs these last few races. Just been unlucky. Especially at Bristol, was leading with literally 5 laps to go, but got turned at the end. And finished 16th or something like that. He's had a really good runs recently. Just hasn't been able to close a deal. Harris Wales moved up into 4th as Aaron Abel as well having a really good run. We got some good underdogs up here. Aaron Abel in the 8th place. He hasn't finished higher than 10th this season. I think he has only he's only finished there twice, 2 top 10s. But I believe he's 23rd in points. So he's pretty much staying on par with what he was last year, even though he finished 18th in points last year. But he's still pretty good now. I would say it'd be a minor improvement. Even though he doesn't have as many top 10s, he's been a little bit more consistent. Especially with now him making all 36 races, because last year he made only 35. He was in the roster the whole year, but he didn't make the Daytona 500. And as well, obviously, he's the leader in all-time career poles. He is, I believe, 17 now. He had 11 last year, and I think he has 6 this year. Gavin Grogu trying to get to the inside is Sloan to try to work his way up to Chev and Sauter, but Sloan's putting up a fight, and Chev hasn't been able to get around Johnny here. Sauter is pretty far ahead in the lead as Grogu finally takes that, well, not a position, but he passes the 4. Brody's now up into the top 10 almost. He's almost in the top 10. This is what Brody always does. He always starts sucking at this track, but then he just shows up at the end. Where did you come from? Aaron Abel with the problem. I don't know what happened. Again, another good run for the 14 going up in flames. No idea what happened to the 14 here. He's going slow. Something must have broke on that car. Yeah, because he's going. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with the 14 right now, but he unfortunately loses all those spots and he's officially stopped in the middle of the track. But he's gonna get reset. No caution. Sucks for the 14 here. But his teammate's trying to get one of his laps back. 14 gets reset. Jerry Smith's still 26th. Byron has moved his way up to 18th, while Drew's right in front of him. James Carson hit the wall there. Here comes the 97. To the inside, maybe? It's blocked. Now looks like everyone else in this group is trying to get around the 4. Wales gets stuck on the high lane, and everyone's getting around the 4. As Grogu is 2.5 seconds behind Sauter. Sauter is just continuing to gain time because he's got no one near him, and Chev isn't passing him. Sauter is the only non-sign up to win this year, and that came at Fontana, race 10. As they're still trying to fix the 14. James Carson hit the wall, is going to lose positions here, and it looks like Byron was able to get around Drew, and he's going to move up to what looks like the 16th position, but Thompson's 11th, so he's closing in on that 21, but not to mention the 21 has competition as Vega's trying to get around him for 11th. Brody's pushing, and Christopher Abel's pushing Rody. He's up to 9th already, that 16 car. I'm telling you, watch out for him at the end of the race. He's going to be up there. As now Aaron Abel starts switching his tires because of the reset. Here goes the 16 to the inside here. The 18 has to slow down. Now that 16 is going to try to close in on Pep, Drew, and the others in that pack. As Grogu got passed for 4th, and Kyle Revingston moves up to 2nd, but is over 3 seconds behind the leader. Oh man, what was that? That was a weird checkup. Here comes the 16 now. Oh, that pack's starting to get a little big. 12's on the wall there. Here comes Thompson to the inside of Noel. And Vega's going to go with the 21 here. But the run on the outside lane in this turn is actually real. Look at that run the 12 got there. Gone out in front. Here comes Byron. He's going to go to the inside here as Tom Sloan is really checking up now. Byron now moving up. Well, he didn't gain his position, but now he's getting closer to that pack. Josh Turner comes in the pit. That's definitely a scheduled stop. Chev not doing anything to the 30 car. And that's not what Kyle Revingston is reeling him in, not that lap. But if the 5 can just get around the 30, that could be so much help to the 01. Eeks all the way back in the 30s after getting on the pole. Wow, that sucks. Jerry Smith looking to finally start gaining some spots here after being 26th for a long time. And he was challenging for the lead early on. But those lap cars really screwed him up as Sauter came in the pit in the 30. Looks like he's all by himself. No one else comes with him, so that's a severe undercut. And the lead is probably going to go to the 01 here. Kyle Revingston's out in the lead, but he did lead a lap. He got bonus points, but he comes in the pit right away, so that's good. He actually got those bonus points. Gavin Grogu comes in to take goes to take the lead here. Because we got other cars coming in. I saw Kelvin Bronze and a few other guys. As yep, the huge pit cycle started now. Byron staying out. Smith needs to have an undercut work to even have a chance. Grogu holding the lead. Where's Byron? Thompson 7th, Byron 11th. All right, the 6 car is closing in. Remember, Byron is still 100 points back. He needs to have a huge gain. Thompson comes in a pit, and so does Byron. Byron's hoping that a fast pit stop here can work. Donald Wilson's and Noel are stuck in front of him. It looks like everyone came in. No idea who's the leader. Harris Wales. Looks like Wales and Jimmy Reed didn't pit. Neither did Cameron Regal. And that's it. So it looks like Wales, Reed, and Regal stayed out at least one more lap. Johnny Sauter staying with the fastest lap. No idea where the 30 is right now. Last lap he was running 26th because he was a lap car. So he's out there somewhere on the track. He still has to unlap himself. So that's probably him. Yeah, and that is Johnny Sauter. No idea if he might actually already be the leader. Oh, he already unlapped himself. He's 40 seconds behind. I don't know if the strategy worked. Looks like Wales, Regal, and Reed all came in the pit. I think Asher Byron had a terrible pit stop. Yeah, and indeed he did. Something happened to that 6 car on pit road. Unfortunate. All right, no idea who the leader is. We'll find out in a lap in a few seconds. It is gonna be who? Is it Sauter? Oh yeah, Sauter's way out in front. Sauter is 4 seconds. Well, he hasn't technically gotten the lead yet. Regal, Wales, and Reed had a good stop. Where are they go? Where'd they go? I saw Regal and that was it. I don't know where the rest of them. There's Wales. I think they got past. Reed came out in front of the 9. And I think, yeah, Johnny Sauter's still in the lead. 3.5 seconds ahead of Revingston. Obviously, he's gone. Yeah, Byron fell all the way back to 23rd. He's really close to being lapped. How the heck did Kevin LePage get in front of the 6? Sauter is just gone, dude. Oh my gosh. That guy is gone. Jet Meme's a lap car, but it doesn't really look like he's doing anything. Regal back in 21st, Wales 15th, Reed now just got past these in 14th. And Eric Drew now close to the top 10 here. James Meteor came out, so he must have had a pit stop. Rutherford now in the top 10. Rhodey in 8th. Aka probably had the best undercut of all of them. He's up to 7th already. He's trying to get around a lap car of Jim Sales here in the 25 here. Who's running in the 29th spot. And he's got Revler looking to make the race a meme again as the 25's in the wall. Fred is reeling in that 0-1 of Kyle Revingston. If there's a caution, though, that comes out, that could jeopardize Sauter's lead. I mean, it will, but it could jeopardize his potential victory he could have here. He's been in front out for so long. Or T Racing has the most DNFs this year by a long shot. He has 15. The next guy has 12. So he's had a lot of trouble finishing races. I mean, he has one top 10. I think it was like a 7th or 8th place at Richmond in the beginning. And he's so low. He's the lowest car in the standings that's made every race. He's, I think, 39th in the standings. And he's running 17th. So this is a rare occasion in which this driver is out in front. Remember, he was in a different car last year. He was driving number 15, where he finished actually 10th in the standings. The new driver of the 15, Kelvin Bronze here, is a lap car right now running 27th. He's actually had not a bad year. He's, I think, 12th in the standings and got his first career win early in the year at Las Vegas here. Jet Meme has reeled in the 30 of Johnny Sauter, but I don't know if he has enough. He's going to be able to do anything. We got a couple lappers in front of the 30 here. Aiden Johnson is there's no way he can catch up. He can never catch anybody for some reason. Got like James Carson, Tom Sloan, a few other guys here that could potentially slow down the 30 here as he continues to extend his lead over Fred now as Revingston lost spots. He's now running, he's third because there's lap cars next to him. Closing in on 20 to go. Meme looking to get to the inside of the 30. As they close in on a lap car in James Carson. Meme looking to wait another lap at least as they reel in that 67. Byron is just chilling in 22nd right now. They close in on Carson here, but Meme has lost a little bit of groove there. I think Sauter's going to be able to pass Carson here, and maybe the 67 can block. That will definitely slow down Sauter, and that he will. He'll block Sauter here. Meme trying to get around the 30. Fred might gain a few tenths, but it's not going to be enough unless the 30 gets moved to the outside lane. And Meme hasn't been able to do that as we have 21 to go. Yeah, he gained 3 tenths, but that's not really enough. 30 has to get moved on the outside lane in 1 and 2, and he'll lose tons of time. Not the outside lane in this turn. He'll actually gain time because it's so much better. Sauter getting annoyed by the 67 right now as he's continuing to block. I mean, I think he's 1 lap down. No, he's actually the last car on the lead lap. This is the last car on the lead lap, and Sauter's finally going to get around him. As he gets to... Actually, he might not be able to because this is the good outside lane here. Meme's going to go to the outside lane in this turn as well. Can the 67 get a run on Sauter here to try to clear him? He will clear him, I think, maybe? No, he will not clear him. Oh, he did! What a clearing. Aiden Johnson's coming in here somehow. The 67 is fighting for that lead lap. Sauter probably not too happy right now as the 2 and the others are starting to reel him in, but now the 67's using the smart lane and the smart turn to try to hold the lead. Aiden Johnson going to the inside. I think Carson has been lapped. Oh, huge run by James. Here, can he clear him going into 1 and 2? No, he cannot. Sauter gets in front of them all. And there goes that chance for those guys. They gained a whole second that lap, too. Wow. Into the wall he goes after that. Aiden Johnson now. I don't think he's going to do anything, but he's behind Sauter. And we got a few other lappers in front of him that could jeopardize the 30's lead here. Let's see how much time Sauter can gain in just this 1 lap here. And that, he still lost time, but who knows what could happen. Now he's actually back on pace, so Carson now could jeopardize these guys behind him, and that would not be good for them at least. Aiden's somehow keeping up with Johnny here. I don't know how he's doing that. Remember, he got his first top 10 and top 5 at Bristol last race, finishing 4th. I think he's led like 7 laps on the year, though. And I think all of them were under caution. I don't think he's led a single green flag lap. He's now the highest car that's a lap down. So he's trying to get his lap back. I think when they try to get their lap back, they actually run better. Fred is... Now they're starting to reel in Sauter here. Sauter isn't gaining time. Now Fred has closed it to under 2 seconds. And now they got this guy coming up. Josh Turner, who's got some damage here. And he is going pretty slow. He's about over a second off the pace. I mean, sorry, like a half second off the pace. 2 lappers trying to get their lap back here and hoping for a caution here. They're closing in on that 42. If the 42 slows down Sauter in turn 1 and 2, that could be huge here. He will slow him down this turn, but he will most likely get past on the backstretch. I don't think they can catch him. And they can not catch him on the backstretch. Like, there's no way. Fred's gain every lap is starting to dwindle here, and now he's got Carson here. Sauter has to slow down for the pass here. Imagine if Turner can clear him. There's no way. They're going to get around that 42, who's actually right now running 3 laps down in 40th. Sauter's still side by side with him, which is going to make the 30 have to slow down maybe. Fred is now just 1 second off the lead here. Uh-oh, we got to slow down there because Turner's slow. Come on, get around the 42. You gotta get around him. Come on. Here goes the third. Now the 30 can start gaining time if Turner starts becoming a nuisance to the two. And that's looking like what's happening right now. I would say the 30 gained a few tenths there. He somehow didn't, but Fred's gonna get stuck behind him still. Oh, that's gonna. All right, Sauter definitely gained time this lap. There's no way he didn't. But now Sauter's got Kevin LePage to work with here, and I don't think that's a pretty easy task. LePage is the last car on the lead lap. Don't ask me how he's on the lead lap. He just is in 23rd, so no idea what his best finish is. If anyone knows what's Kevin LePage's best finish this year is, if anyone knows that, and please comment down below, because I don't know what his best finish is. It's got to be 25th or something. But Fred did lose a few precious hundredths that lap. But let's see. He hasn't been able to get around the 67. Oh, Aiden going to the outside lane. Interesting here. Trying to get a run here on Johnny Sauter here as we're closing in on that 10 lap to go mark. But the 11 has been doing a great job at keeping up with Sauter here. Not to mention, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, Johnny Sauter is a rookie. He doesn't have the rookie stripes though because he already has the yellow on the back, and I didn't want to have to deal with like the paint job getting messed up. So he's the only rookie that doesn't have stripes because of the yellow on him. Kevin LePage is still in front of him. He might get past though if he can hold up Sauter in 1 and 2. That could definitely let Fred reel him in. See, can LePage reel him in? Can LePage block? He will block. He will block him for at least one turn. And I don't know about pit stops. I don't think they'd have to pit again, but let's see here. Aiden going to the inside of those guys, and they're probably going to have to slow down even more because of the pass. And if LePage can get a run on the outside lane, he could jeopardize Sauter right now. They're side by side with 10 laps to go. LePage with the run, and he will clear Johnny Sauter. And Fred going to the inside. He probably went to the inside but didn't get around him. And Fred's closed in. Oh, the 11 got pushed up. The two trying to reel in Johnny Sauter. And Gavin Grogu was able to catch up with him. Grogu looking for 2 straight wins. Still side by side with Kevin LePage. LePage trying to get the run here. He's going to stay side by side with him, but he's going to force the 30 to get slowed down unless the 51 is going to check up here. And that he will. But Fred has entered the pack. Oh, he slowed up. He's slowed up. No, anyone else coming up? Tom Sloan's all the way in the backstretch, and he's on pace, so I don't think they're going to catch him. I think this is it. Fred, I think, has all his lappers potential. He's half a second, but now he's got... Oh, Sauter pit! Oh, crap. It's going to come down to this, huh? Johnny Sauter pits. Do these guys have enough fuel? Fred out in the lead. Grogu going for it now. He's going to take the lead. Solos are up to 3rd. Jerry Smith is not in 4th. Kyle Revingson's in 4th. I told you, bro. Rhodey is in 5th. I told you. You got to watch that 16. Gotta watch it. Grogu's still holding that lead here. Sauter hasn't even reached his stall yet. Now he does. He qualified toward the back. Actually, no, that's toward the front. Anyone else coming in? I think Fred came in. The 2 came in, so I don't think anyone has a chance. The 30 comes out. Can Grogu get 2 straight victories here? He has Art in 2nd, and he's the 2nd behind him. And Grogu comes in now. Art stays out. Revingston keeps going, and he goes in the pits. Now, Art is the leader in 2nd place, dude. I don't know who it is. Art has the lead now with just 4 laps to go. And the 2nd place car is none other than Rob Rhodey. Can he do it? Can he sweep it? Does Art have to pit? Oh, he's pitting! Art pits! Rhodey pits! Oh, man. Christopher Abel is going to be the leader. Christopher Abel now takes the lead. What in the world? No idea who's 2nd. It's got to be Wales. It's got to be Harris Wales. Christopher Abel looking for his 5th win of 2004 to propel him into the championship fight. And yes, Harris Wales has taken 2nd. Does he have enough fuel? Because they are like 3 seconds off the pace right now. The 18. He pits. Oh my gosh, everyone's pitting each lap. Wales comes in. No, can Sauter actually get this to work? He might be able to. Grogu did not get out in first. Where? Oh my goodness, man. This is going to be close. 2 laps to go. Art is trying to get Sauter. He's not going to get there. He didn't get there. And I don't think Wales and Christopher Abel are going to... Yeah, they haven't even reached the stall yet. Johnny Sauter is out in front. Well, he's going to be out in front in a few seconds. Art is nowhere near him. I think they're on the... No, it's still 2 laps to go. Christopher gets past. Sauter back out in the lead. No idea where Wales is, but he's behind him, so it doesn't matter. Fred takes that spot away from Art almost immediately, but I don't think they're going to catch that 30 car. He's pretty far gone, that 30 car. Cameron Regal apparently didn't pit, so he's actually the leader, but there he goes. He lost it. Johnny Sauter's out in front on the last lap with 2 seconds. Last lap. I can't even find him, bro. Johnny Sauter. He got a 1-race suspension and then DNQ'd and got his win, so he's barely in the top 20, but he's going to come out turns 3 and 4. And he's going to win the Southern 500 for his second win. What the heck? So it didn't really change at all. Rhodey got another top 5, but that will lower his average finish at the track. If he can hold that 5th spot. I think he did. Grogu almost got 2 straight wins. ORT almost got a top 10. Thompson, where was Tom? Oh, Thompson finished 8th. Byron moved up to 16th, so not much of a point gain for literally anybody. So Aaron Abel retired, by the way. I didn't know why. That's crazy. Johnny Sauter gets his second career win, and now, actually, let's check the result. Oh, he led 57 laps. What do you mean 13 lead changes? Oh, because at the end, everyone started passing. Yeah, I guess so. Fred led 1. Yeah, no one else really led anything. So, yep. Here are the results. And now Sergi Thompson leads by 127. Goodness me, can Byron gain anything? Is Thompson going to win the championship in his rookie season? Thompson fell down to 7th. Remember, Grogu has 7 of top 5s and top 10s, not 6, because of the weird glitch. Sauter moved up to 17th with that victory again. Cropley with that DNQ falls to 30th. Revingston up to 32nd. And yep, there's everybody else. So I hope you guys like that video. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.